a foundational legal document about citizenship.
The 14th Amendment was ratified in 1868, and the amendment was first interpreted to establish birthright citizenship in 1898, when Wong Kim Ark, who was born in San Francisco to parents who had immigrated from China, went to court after he was denied re-entry into the country. The court ruled he had acquired citizenship at birth. Today, at least 33 other countries grant automatic citizenship at birth. But in the United States, birthright citizenship faces a new challenge following the executive order signed by President Donald Trump his first day in office. The order cites the 14th Amendment, which states in part, all persons born or naturalized in the United States are subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States. NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos explained what the order seeks to do.
And subject to the jurisdiction thereof. And that's the magic phrase that people on the right seize upon to say that there is no such thing as birthright citizenship, because they argue that that means that someone who has a child here must also be subject to the jurisdiction, and that means a citizen of the United States or a lawful permanent resident, not somebody who is subject to or a citizen of another country. That's the argument. It's never been specifically tested, although the Supreme Court has come close in a number of cases, most of which go back 100 or more years.
Now, at least 18 states are suing to block President Trump's attempt to end birthright citizenship, including Connecticut Attorney General William Tong, who obtained citizenship through birthright.
So many of us share this story. So many of us are the children or grandchildren of immigrants. This is an attack on all of us. I want a federal court to say the Constitution means what it says, and it says what it means.
I think this is going to be a real test of the current Supreme Court once the case gets up there, because so many of the justices have gotten their jobs by saying that they are originalists. That is to say that they believe that the Constitution is fixed the moment that it's written. I think that if they're true and accurate originalists, the question is going to be an easy one, because the language is so clear, there's no exceptions there.
For now, President Trump's executive order has been temporarily blocked by a federal district court judge, and that's birthright citizenship simply explained. And we should add that indigenous people were denied U.S. citizenship rights until a separate law was enacted in 1924. The Indian Citizenship Act granted citizenship to all Native Americans born within U.S. borders. According to a Pew Research Center analysis of government data, as of 2024, an estimated 4.4 million U.S.-born children under the age of 18 live with an unauthorized immigrant parent. Of course, we always want to hear from you. What do you want simply explained? Please let us know by connecting with me on your favorite social media platform at Simply Zinkley. A Colorado woman who fled to England after allegedly killing two of her children is coming back to the U.S. to face murder charges. Today, a judge in the U.K. denied Kimberly Singler's challenge to avoid extradition. NBC News international correspondent Megan Fitzgerald breaks down the ruling and what's next in the case.
Good to be with you. Look, it's been more than a year since Kimberly Singler fled the U.S. to the U.K., and this morning, a London High Court judge has ruled that the government can extradite her back to Colorado. However, she has 14 days to appeal that decision, and her attorney says she will. The 36-year-old walked into the courtroom today wearing a bluish-green zip-up top with gray pants. She showed no emotion when the verdict was announced, but then she smiled as she left the courtroom and thanked the judge. It was December of 2023 when police made a gruesome discovery in Singler's home, finding the bodies of her two young children lying together in bed. A third child was found alive, but with serious injuries to her neck. Days later, Singler escaped to the UK, where she was later arrested. Now, since then, a court in London heard how she allegedly drugged her children, 7 and 9 years old, before fatally shooting and stabbing them. The 11-year-old survived and later told authorities that her mother said it was God who told her to do it. Singler denies the allegations and has been fighting extradition back to the U.S. since. Her attorneys arguing that the crimes she's accused of carrying amount to an automatic sentence of life without parole, which is a breach of the European human rights law, which the U.K. follows. Now, Singler's attorney says she will be appealing the judge's decision. She has 14 days to file, but there's a good chance this case could drag out for several more months to come. In London, Megan Fitzgerald